Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't know where I'm going, I'm just floating. I don't know where I'm going, I'm just floating.
All right, we here with Mr.
Peebo.
Yes, sir, Mr. Peebo. How you doing today?
I can't complain, my brother.
That's great. That's great. And Mr. Peebo, first I would like to ask you, could you describe yourself and your role and put it on the wall?
I like to think of myself in this role as a creative mind, figuring out the way to get the followers and the views that we need to get to where we trying to go. So-called communication is key, and it's communication. But then when the man started communicating,
Yeah.
you hear something you don't like, you hear something you don't.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That's
sir.
what I like to do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Before the show of the day of the show, you know what I'm saying, the hour of the show, minute of the show, second of the show. Hey, what you listen to get prepared for the show?
It really depends on the mood. But for the most part, I ain't really listening to music before the show. I'm kind of really just taking my medicine and getting zoned in so I can be mentally where I want to be at with my own thoughts.
Okay. I like that answer.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. How do you stay motivated?
In regards to what we speaking on, the show, life, what?
The show, life?
Life easy though. The you know what I'm saying. The little one, they make it. She make it a little easy to be motivated. You know what I'm saying.
Can you tell me what's your favorite season of the year?
One at a time, baby.
One at a time?
Yes, sir. I like to put them clothes on. Like to be heavy everywhere I go.
Tell me any hobbies that you got.
Hobbies.
Yeah.
Hobbies at a minimum these days, but if I would have to, the hobby I like the most is when we get up every night and play a little basketball. I like to get my cardio in. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? That's about it.
What's your biggest fear, Mr. Peebo?
If any, what would be my biggest fear? My biggest fear would be dying, leaving my children with nothing.
I hear that.
And not just monetarily.
I hear that. That's real though.
Yeah.
What would you consider your best accomplishment so far?
It'd have to be that's a two-part answer. The little ones, but then the change I see in me in regards to them and not how I move in life.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a different nigga.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Best advice you received and who was it from?
My pops. He told a nigga a long time ago, when a nigga show you who they is, believe him.
Okay.
That was the realest shit anybody could ever tell me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. In your own eyes, tell us about each panel member. Who is who and why?
Who is who and why? Boom. All right. We got Nard Brown. We got Big Beezy. You know what I'm saying? AKA Paul. He is this is just my opinion, you know what I'm saying, and how I look at it. He a visionary, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times the outsider put it on the wall, I come to him with some echo, this is what I'm thinking about it, then he'll really put the steps in order to, all right, this is how you can make it come to pass. So I look at him as that visionary, he know how to put certain shit together. You know what I'm saying? Who we got? Kenny Monet. She the woman voice that we need at the end of the day. Like, you know, we could, but you know, all males, that should be a little unbalanced. So she create that balance that we need at times, and you know, help the thinking. We got Munchie, Big Munchie. I'ma just be real with you. The first thing I'm gonna think of when I think about Big Munchie is that nigga crazy. Yeah, so he gonna provide he gonna provide the what I call a Skip Bayless, but just in a different sense. Skip Bayless say that dumb shit out his mouth, create that shock factor. He's just gonna say some retarded shit, and it's gonna crank everything up. So
All right, so you know what I'm saying? Like if y'all talking about kids and caring, he may get on there like Bernie Mac and be like, man, fuck them kids.
Exactly.
Okay.
He that one.
Okay.
He that one.
Yeah, sir.
And then we got Shantae. I look at Shantae is he the more level head. He the one of the most level headed niggas guys I've ever came across in life outside. I put it on the wall. You know what I'm saying? And of course, but so he bring that balance. He bring that he bring intellect as well. You know what I'm saying, to the table, and we need that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please tell me what is put it on the wall and what does put it on the wall end game.
Put it on the wall. It's a part right now. It's a live podcast. Starting on social media via Facebook, going live. To eventually transform into a platform that can help real deal elevate your thinking cap, mentally, spiritually, shit, and even with the knowledge that I hope that we're gonna bring physically as well. You know what I'm saying? So my end game is to really, hopefully, we could wake the world up for real.
Okay, I like that.
Bitch is sleeping.
So far, what's your favorite moment from the show?
It might be a little biased. Yeah, this past week, we had a little episode about the step parents, and by far that was my best episode. But I ain't gonna lie, I feel like my mom Dukes crunked that bitch up. And she came on there and said some real shit.
Okay. What would you change about put it on the wall?
What would I change about put it on the wall? Absolutely nothing. I wouldn't change not a fuck thing. I'd like to start and I see where we going. So I wouldn't change nothing. I keep it just like this, huh? All this. Everything. I wouldn't change nothing. I like it like this, huh? It make it better at the end.
I love that. At what point did you realize, damn, this could be big?
I think when we first started game planning for it, because the level of excitement out of everybody, and then on top of that, when we brought the idea to the table, it was no hesitation from nobody. Like none, absolutely no hesitation. Everybody immediately was like, and it just felt right. So I lead with the spirit these days, and you know what I'm saying. So I think it was before we recorded an episode.
So, usually like how people, bring another idea and somebody be like, yeah, but this here, that, there, it wasn't none of that though. It was everybody like, shit, let's do it.
Correct.
Man, let's
of course,
get on.
And everybody had the ideas that they brought to the table. Don't get it twisted, but it was nobody on no.
Like,
I don't know.
I ain't fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? That may not be it though. Okay, yeah.
Everybody was with it.
That's family though. That's love.
Facts.
That's love. What do you feel like you can do to advance put it on the wall more?
What I'm gonna help do is get these views and get these numbers up. That's why I think I'm gonna come in at, to be real with you.
Okay. What's the most difficult thing about put it on the wall?
What the fuck I just said? Getting these views and these numbers up.
Okay. If you could change any moment in your life, what would you and what would it be?
I wouldn't change nothing. Change something, you don't know what you mess up in the future. So I just keep it the same. Rock out.
What's something you wouldn't mind sharing with us that no one knows or a few knows?
Yeah, I ain't really got that I want to let the world know like that.
Nah. What advice would you give any up and coming person in the field of their choice?
Keep going.
How much time do you feel is enough wasted or not enough spent on something or anything?
Depends on what we're talking about, but wasted time, If it's wasted time, then I don't give a fuck how much time it was. That shit, all that shit matter. If it's wasted, I don't like no wasted time no more. But like, it ain't no limit on time spent on if it's the end game. If it's a goal you're trying to get accomplished, how much of a time that shit take in my book.
Yes, sir.